Hello again, this is Greg. I've got some vintage photos that I'm working with this week, and I've got a neat assemblage project that I've discovered that I can do with these kinds of old photos. In fact, I've got one of the projects finished already. It's these old photos that are on these bendable kinds of old cardboard frames. So this is one that's already done, and let me tell you how I went about this, because I thought this was so cool. I was up in Seattle last week for a few days, and there's an antique store right across from the Seattle Aquarium, and there's a guy there that has just a really interesting shop filled with all kinds of junk. I generally don't go to antique shops, but I went in and he had these for sale for $1 a piece. These are the kinds of vintage photos that, you know, they fold like this, and then you obviously would set them on a counter or wherever and enjoy them. But somebody wanted to get rid of them, and like all vintage photos, they end up at probably shops like that. $1 a piece. I bought 20 of them because I thought this was really a good deal. Well, when I got them home, I started looking at them, and I started actually taking them apart a little bit. I opened up the folder. I took off this Art Deco kind of frame, these really nice frames. The old photos that came with them, I took the old photos out. In fact, the old photos, I took them to Kinko's and had color copies made. I would rather use the copies at this point rather than the original photo, but I may use these original photos down the road. We'll see. So I was kind of looking at this thinking it would be really neat if I could figure out a way to extend this and give this a little bit of depth under here so that I could have a box to work in. And of course I went out to my garage and found these old jewelry boxes. These old, they're not old, I don't even know where they came from. I guess they're jewelry boxes because they come with this cheap little padded stuff in them. But I've got a few of these in the garage, and I was looking at them, and I noticed that they fit exactly on the back of these cardboard frames. So I thought, yeah, I've got a greatest ready-to-go assemblage project here. So it would fit something like this, and I've got one in the making right now that I'm kind of working on. Let me kind of dig it up here and see if I can find it. Oh, the jewelry boxes, by the way, the cardboard boxes, I spray painted them black. I wanted black is just a much stronger color for these particular projects, so this is what I'm going with. So anyway, my vintage photo, I put a kind of a backing on the back of my cardboard box. My vintage photo. The vintage photos, I always put a heavier cardboard backing on the photo just to give the photo a little bit of a little more protection while I'm working with it. I'm going to do something with the photo and inside the box, of course, and then I'm going to put the glass down on top, glue it down with my silicone, and eventually I'm going to glue the Art Deco frame on top like this, and then I will glue the whole box in this fashion to my foldable frame. So you obviously don't have to work with old photos in here. I mean, you could do a simple collage or some other kind of assemblage pieces or toys or whatever that you want to display inside your box. But for the moment, I'm going with these old photos that came with each of these foldable frames. So this is where I'm at. This is a great project. I'm going to finish this one up today. I do have this one already done, and I'm really pleased with it. It's just incredibly easy. It stands very nice. It sits very nice, I should say, on the table. I was worried it would be a little too top-heavy and that would fall over in this fashion, but it doesn't at all. And the glass adds a nice protection to it, and everything is glued down inside. I've used almost entirely silicone, 100% clear silicone, to glue everything down, glue my box inside. In fact, you can see a little bit of the silicone. Let's see if I can show it to you right inside here. It does show, but it doesn't show very much. So anyway, I'll make a few more of these and get back with you and show you what else I've done. But anyway, if you got a collection of these old things, these take them apart very carefully. In fact, I took a razor blade to cut everything apart and get the photo out. And you can make yourself some really neat photo assemblages. So thanks for joining me on this one.